Hi, welcome to Tricky Eyes. I hope you are doing well. In this video, I am going to elaborate one of the important topics relevant to English grammar, due to which mostly students kiss the dust and they are unable to communicate effectively in both spoken and written English. So after watching this video, you will be able to identify the correct usage of tenses, where to use, how to use. I'll try my level best to explain all these tenses in just 1 hour. For that, you have to stay here, you have to watch this video till the end. And in the end of this video, you will be able to use tenses in both written and spoken English according to the rules and regulation of grammar. As you know that English is composed or English is derived from various languages. So the word tense is derived from Latin language tempus, which means time or era. So tenses means time or era. So there are 3 basic eras: past, present and future. Past means the time which you have spent or the time which you have enjoyed. Present means where you are right now. And future is the time about what you are hopeful that what will happen or what will you do in the upcoming time. So I'll discuss all these 3 eras step by step. First, we will go through present, then past and then future. In every section, there are 4 tenses. Means in every part there are 4 tenses. There are 4 tenses in past, 4 in present and 4 in future. First, we'll discuss the first part, which is one of the important and which we use mostly in English. So present simple is one of the important part of present section. So present simple, and sometimes we call it present indefinite. So first I'll teach you the usage, then we'll make the structure and how we'll construct sentences. All these things we'll explain step by step. Present simple, the main usage. The first usage of present simple is habits. We use present simple to express or to elaborate habits. Those actions or activities which we do as a habit. For example, I play cricket every Sunday. So this is my habit and I repeat this habit every Sunday. I play cricket every Sunday. For example, we watch movies every Saturday. So the first use of present simple is habit. The second main usage of present simple is those actions or activities which is always true. Those actions or activities which we cannot change. For example, what's going on here? For example, if you boil water, so what's happening? Or if you freeze water, so what's happening? If you freeze water, it's changed its shape and it's happening what? It's become ice. If you just freeze water, it converts to ice. So if you freeze water here, it will also convert to ice. Or if you freeze water somewhere else in the world, it will also convert to ice. So those actions which is always true. And mostly we express this point mostly in quotes or proverbs like this, that 2 and 2 make 4. 2 and 2 make 4. This is like a quote. Or water boils at 100 degree. If you boil water in Pakistan, it will boil at 100 degree. If you boil water somewhere else, it will also boil at 100 degree. So those actions are activities which we cannot change, which is natural. So in that case, we use present simple. The third usage of present simple is permanent situation. Permanent situation. We use this for permanent situation. For example, I live in Pakistan. It's mean that whenever you do something in a permanent manner. I live in Pakistan means I used to live in Pakistan, or in past I lived in Pakistan, still I'm living in Pakistan, and I have the intention to live in Pakistan in the future as well. So now this is a permanent situation or permanent actions. Understanding? So in that case we use present simple. I live in Pakistan. It's mean that I'll be here in Pakistan forever. This is permanent. So those actions are situation which is permanent. So in that case we also use present simple tense. Point number 4, fixed future plan. Those actions or activities which you will have planned and which you have the intention to do in the upcoming time, and you don't want to change those actions or activities. So in that case, we also use present simple. For example, bus leaves for the capital at 3 p.m. It's mean that now this is fixed. The timing of the bus is fixed. It is fixed on daily basis. The bus leaves for the capital at 3 p.m. So for fixed future plan, we also use present simple. Short actions now. We also use present simple for short actions. Those actions which take short. For example, he takes the ball and score a goal. This is also known as descriptions. So for short actions, we also use present simple. Point number 6, we use in first conditional. Conditional clause 1. We use present simple in first condition clause. So in conditional clauses, we use present simple. But in condition clause 1. For example, if you call I'll receive. If you call, I'll receive. It's mean that there is condition that if you do something, I'll just repeat. If you just do something, that what you'll do, you'll have to call. If you just call, I'll receive. So now the first part of this sentence is what? That is present simple. So in conditional clause 1, we also use present simple. Present simple tense. Present simple tense we also use to describe something. Whenever you are just describing something, for example, home or somewhere else, you are describing the place, so you can also use present simple. So there are various situations where you can use, but these are the most important, and on regular basis we use these points. So now we will just go through step by step how we'll construct sentences of present simple, meaning the construction of sentences. So there is no helping verb in present simple. Present simple, there is no helping verb, and we use only first form of the verb or base form of the verb. So we got a formula here. In that we'll have to place subject, then we'll have to add verb, then we'll have to add s or es with singular pronoun or third person pronoun. How we'll add, I'll teach you that. Then we'll have to place their object. Okay. Keep in mind, there are three types of pronoun: first person pronoun, second person pronoun, and third person pronoun. So whenever we want to construct sentences, we'll have to add s or es. How we will add s or es? Keep in mind that we'll add s or es only with third person pronoun. Whenever you are talking about third person pronoun, then we'll add s or es. How we'll add s or es, or how we'll identify or how we'll recognize that where to use s or where to use es. So I'll just give you one example. With he, she, it and singular noun. Singular noun. We'll have to put is or is. We'll add is or is with the verb whenever we are talking about he, she, it or a singular noun. Keep in mind how we will add is or is. So those verbs which end with o, mean in the end of the verb, or those verbs which end with o, ch, sh, th, ss, gh or z. So we will place es whenever we are talking about third person pronoun and the verb end with o, ch, sh, th, ss, gh or z. So then you will have to put es. And those verbs where there is no o, ch, sh, th, ss, gh, z will not add es. We will only add s. For example, now I'll have to add here verb. So the verb is go. So what I'll have to do, I'll have to just remind the formula which I have mentioned before that. So what is there? The word o is already there. So now I'll add es. As I mentioned there, those verbs which end with o, ch, sh, th, ss, gh or z will have to put es. So the correct form of this is she goes. She goes to school. So school is not object in this case. School is a noun, but according to the rule and regulation of grammar, I have just written here the formula. So she goes to school. Why I have added here es? Because after G, what is here? Go, and the verb end with go. So I mentioned before that whenever we are talking about third person pronoun and the verb end with o, so we'll have to put there es. Another example, he. So now what is their watch? What is their ch? So I'll just go there again. I'll try to find there is there ch or not. So the ch is there on the second. So I'll have to add here es. He watches movies. So those verbs which end with all these words which I mentioned before, so I'll have to put there es. And those verbs where there is no word which I mentioned before, will just only add is. For example, she cooks rice. Now I add here only s. Why? Because there is no k. The alphabet k is not present in all these words like o, ch, sh, th, ss, gh or z. So there is no k. That's why I just put there is. So whenever you are talking about third person pronoun and there is no words like o, ch, tch, ss or z, so then you will only put s. For example, so now there is no word alphabet like Y, so I'll just put here is. Ali play cricket. So now this is grammatically wrong, so I'll just put here is. Ali plays cricket. So these are simple sentences of third person pronoun. So whenever we are talking about third person pronoun and we want to make negative, so we'll have to put here does whenever we want to make negative sentence. Like this, that Ali does not play cricket. Ali does not play cricket. Now why I removed is from the word play, because we cannot put two singular verbs in one sentence. According to the rules and regulation of grammar, we cannot put two singular verbs with third person pronoun in one sentence. So does is already singular, and if I just put here place, so place is already singular, so the sentence will be considered wrong. So that's why I just remove is. Whenever you will add is means does, then you will not add here is or is. So Ali does not play cricket. Whenever you want to make interrogative sentence, so interrogative sentence will have to play like this, that does Ali play cricket? Again, I have removed is, because what is there? There is already does. So as I mentioned before, that whenever we are talking about third person pronoun, so we will not add here is or is with main verb. So does Ali play cricket? There are two possible answers. Yes he plays, or yes Ali plays. So now in this case, again I add here is, because here is no does. So whenever there is no does, we will have to put here is. And why is already not included in the list which I mentioned before, so that's why you will have to just you will have to be careful in this case, that yes Ali plays. Whenever you want to answer in negative, no Ali does not. No, Ali does not play. Now again I have removed is. As I mentioned before, that according to the rules and regulation of grammar, we cannot put two singular verbs in one sentence. You want to make WH, what does Ali play? What does Ali play? So the answer is simple. Ali plays cricket. So this is the first part whenever we are talking about third person pronoun, because I have added there is or is. Whenever we are talking about second person pronoun or third person or first person pronoun, we will not add is or is with verb. Whenever we are talking about I, we, you, they, or plural noun, so we will not add is or is with the main word. For example, I play cricket. We eat chicken. So whenever you are talking about second person pronoun or first person pronoun, so you will not add is or is with the verb. And in the same case, you will have to put there, whenever you are making negative case, you will have to put there do not instead of does not. And the same formula is there for yes no questions, whenever you want to make yes no or whenever you want to make WH, like this, that I do not play cricket. So there will be no change in the main verb whenever you are using the form of do not, or whenever you are using the negative case do not. So we will not add there or will not remove anything from the main verb. I do not play cricket. Do you play cricket? What do you play? I play cricket. So whenever we are talking about first person and third person, so we will not add there is or is. So this is the first part, present simple. Now we will discuss present progressive, that where we will use present progressive. So now we'll discuss present progressive, where we'll use present progressive and how we'll use present progressive. So present progressive, in first case, we use for unfinished actions, those actions which are not finished at the moment. So simply you can start like this, that I'm working at the moment. I'm working at the moment means I'm still working and my work isn't finished. So those actions or activities which is unfinished or which are not finished at the moment. So in that case, we also use present progressive. Second, we use it for temporary situations. Those actions or activities which are temporary, which are temporary, as we mentioned earlier, that those actions or activities which are permanent, so we use present simple. But those actions or activities which are temporary, so in that case we use present progressive. Like this, that I'm living in Dubai. I'm living in Dubai, it's mean that these situations are temporary. I'll have to change my destination. I'll have to go somewhere else and I'll have to be settled over there. So in that case, or in that situation, we will use present progressive. So present progressive we use in a situation which are temporary, means which are not permanent as compared to present simple. So temporary situation, for temporary situation, we'll have to use present progressive. Whenever we'll talk about temporary situations, so we'll just use present progressive. So for temporary situation, we use present progressive. Temporary habits. We also use present progressive for temporary habits. Those habits which are temporary, means which are not permanent. So in that case, we also use present progressive. Temporary habits. Those habits which are for a short span of time. For example, you are always eating a lot these days. Now, this is a temporary habit that whenever a person get a habit for a short span of time. So you are eating a lot these days, you are studying a lot these days, or you are just wasting your time, or various sentences you can mention here. Annoying habits, those habits which annoy or which disturb a person or which make a person angry, that whenever you are just getting late on daily basis, so the person is just asking you that you are always coming late. You are always coming late. So now this is annoying habit. This is the habit that the person cannot bear, or the person to whom you are just having conversation, or you having employment in an office or somewhere else, and you just get late on daily basis. So the owner of the office, or you can say the boss, is just unable to bear or tolerate the habit. So he or she can mention that you are always coming late. So this is annoying habit. Another point of present simple, we just use it for definite future plans. Those plans which you have made and which you don't want to change, and you want to do that in a specific time or period, like this, that I'm going to Dubai on Sunday. So just I made a plan and I have the intention to go to Dubai on Sunday. So now this is fixed. I have fixed this plan and I don't want to change this. So this is now definite and this is clear. So in that case, we use present progressive tense. So these are the situations where we use present progressive situation. There are three helping words in present progressive. M we use with first person pronoun. I. R we use with we, you and they, as well as with plural noun. Is we use with third person pronoun, he, she, it, and singular person. Formula is a bit easy as compared to the previous one, because we have three helping words: subject plus helping verb, then we'll have to we can simply put here action verb, plus we'll have to put here ing. In every continuous tense we'll have to put ing, then object. So then we'll just to make the formulas. So I'm just going to make them a bit. Now I'll just start a few examples like this, that I'm eating chicken. I'm eating chicken. So now it's one example. Another example, we are speaking English. He is singing songs. So these are various examples which you can use in present simple. This is quite easy to use negative and interrogative case. So whenever you want to make negative or interrogative case, you will have to just put their not like this, that I'm not teaching English. I'm not teaching English. Whenever you want to make interrogative, so we'll have to just change it to second person pronoun like this, that are you teaching English? Are you teaching English? Then we'll have to put here question mark. So there are two possible answers. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm teaching. No, I'm not. I'm not teaching. Whenever we want to make WH, we'll have to start with what are you doing? What are you doing? The answer is simple. I'm teaching English. I'm teaching English. So this is present progressive, that where we can use, how we can use, and where we'll use. Thus, in the same way, you can make a third person pronoun like he, she, it, or I, we, you, they. You can make negative, interrogative, and WH. So now we'll go through present perfect. Present perfect we use in a situation, or we use it for those actions or activities which start in the past and complete in present or recently completed. So there are various situations where we can use present perfect. So we can also use it for life experience. Those actions or activities or those places which you have explored or you have experienced in your life, like this, that I have been to Dubai. I have been to Dubai. It means it's my experience that I went here and I explored Dubai. So those actions or activities which you have did in your life. So in that case, we also use present perfect. We also use present perfect for present result. Means those actions or activities which happened in present and you got the result. I have lost my keys. It's mean that now I just means the action is happened and I got the result on the spot. I have lost my keys. It's mean that I'm unable to start my car. I have my car keys and I lost keys and I'm unable to start. So now I just mean the action is done on the spot and I'm unable to do or to start the engine or to start the car, and I got the result on the spot. So means present result. Those actions or activities where you get the action or where you get the result on the spot. So in that case we also use present simple. The third point, how long. We use it in a situation, means for duration. Whenever for a time period you spend some time with someone or you know someone for some time, in that case you can also use like this, that I have known Ahmed since 2001. So I have known Ahmed since 2001. Mean what is their time period is there. So we can also use for such actions or activities present simple. We can also use in this case that I have known Ahmed since 2001. So how long. Recent events or news, we can also use present simple like this, that whenever you are talking or something has recently completed, like this, that the president has given a speech. So now we'll have to make a formula. We got two helping verb in present perfect, have. So have we used with first person pronoun I, we, you, they, and plural noun. Another helping verb which we got, that is has, and we can use it with appreciate and singular pronoun. Simply can make a formula. Formula is like this. Subject. Then I'll have to put here helping verb, as we got two. I'll just write here H and P. It's mean that helping verb, and then I'll have to put here main verb. But we'll have to put here third form of the verb. Instead of main verb, I'll just write here third form of the verb. Means verb third form we'll have to use, and then we'll have to put here object. Like this, that I have taken lunch. I have taken lunch. They have called me. She has bought shoes. So in that case, we also use present perfect. Whenever we want to make negative, only we'll put not after helping verb. Like this, that I have not won the match. I have not won the match. Whenever we want to make interrogative like this, that have you won the match? You'll have to put here question mark. There will be two possible answers. Yes, I have won. Negative, no, I have not won. Double H question. What have you done? What have you done? There will be possible answer. Where is possible answer? That I have won the match. Or what have you done? I have cooked rice. So these are the situations, and these are the areas where we can use present perfect. Now we'll discuss present progressive, that where and how we use present progressive. Present perfect progressive, we use it in situations, or we use it for those actions or activities which start in the past and still in progress. Means the action which started in the past and remain in progress up to yet, or you can say still in progress. So in that case, we use present perfect progressive. There are three situations, or there are three reasons due to which we use present progressive. So the first one is present result. Present result, for example, you do something and you get the result on the spot, or in present time you get the result like this, that I have been working. I have been working. It's mean that I have been working, that I started work in past, and or you can say in the past, and the action or the work is still in progress, due to which I get tired. So I'll just mention like this, that I have been working. I have been working. It means that the action started in the past and remain in progress, due to which I got tired. So I have been working. We can also use present perfect progressive for temporary situation. Like this, that I have been going to the gym a lot. I have been going to the gym a lot recently. Now these are temporary situation. So for temporary situation, we can also use present perfect progressive. How long? We can also use present perfect for a time or period. For example, like this, that I have been living in Dubai. I have been living in Dubai for 2 years. I have been living in Dubai for 2 years. So for a time or period, whenever you want to express time or period, or whenever you want to talk about a time period, so you can also use present perfect progressive. So there are two helping verbs, and we'll just have to put here been with have and as well as has. Have been and has been. So have been we'll use with first person pronoun like I and we, with plural noun as well, with second person pronoun as well as with plural noun. Has been we'll use with he, she, it, and singular noun. Formula is a bit changed as compared to the last one, like this, that subject. Again, I'll write here HP, it's mean helping verb plus main verb. And then you'll have to put here means a time or period like this. You can put here object and then time period like this, that object, or you can write here noun plus you'll have to put here since and for. Since or for, you can use that. Keep in mind, since we use for those actions or activities we start from a specific time, means when the time of action, or you can say when the activity commences, that is completely clear. So in that case we use since, or when the time is not clear, so in that case we use for. I'll just give one example like this, that I have been teaching English since 2007. So now 2007 is a specific time, or 2007 is a clear time, so that's why I have just put here since. When the time is not clear, so then I'll have to put for like this, that I have been watching movies for 2 years. I have been watching movies for 2 years. So in this case, now the time is not clear, and I don't know that when these 2 years commenced, or how I just count these 2 years. That's why I just put here far. So whenever you want to make negative, the same way you'll have to put not after the first helping word. Keep in mind that whenever there are 2 or 3 helping words and you want to make negative, so you will have to put not after the first one, like this, that we have not been speaking English. We have not been speaking English since 2009. So I have just put here not after the first helping verb. In the same way as we discussed the previous one, we can make negative, we can make interrogative, and we can make WH. So now we'll discuss past simple. Past simple or past indefinite, that where and how we can. So past simple or past indefinite, we can also use for those actions or activities which start in the past and complete in the past, as well as the action have no relation with present. So in that case, we also use past simple or past indefinite. So the first situation where we can use present simple is finished time period. When time period is finished. For example, we won the match. We won the match. This is also, you can say, time period is finished. Or for example, like this, that he painted the Mona Lisa. This is also finished time period. The second situation where we can use present past simple is details of the news. Whenever something happened and you are going to express the details, so due to this reason we can also write past simple, or we can write stories in past simple. We use mostly past simple whenever we write stories. So in that situation we also use past simple like this, that he fell off a ladder. He fell off a ladder, due to which he got his feet hurt, or he hurt himself because of the reason that he fell off a ladder. So this is the second situation where we use past simple. Actions in stories. We can also use past simple whenever we are discussing actions in stories. Like this, that he sat and ordered lunch. Now these events already happened, that's why we are just discussing, or we are just talking about them. For imaginary situation we also use past simple like this, that if you called I would receive. If you called I would receive. It means that the situation is imaginary, means I mean you failed to call me, and I'm just talking about the event that if you called I would receive. So you failed to call me, that's why the situation is imaginary, means we cannot recall the time. The time is already, you can say, gone. So in that case we are talking about that. We can also use past simple for finished time word, mean whenever we can have, or we have a definite time, or we have a specific time. So whenever we are talking about that, we can also use past simple like this, that I went to market yesterday. I went to market yesterday. It means that the time is already finished, or the time has been already gone. So in this case we can also use the same formula as I mentioned earlier. Formula is a bit easy as compared to the last one, because we have no helping verb here. Subject, you will have to put here second form of the verb, then you will have to put here an object, so simply you can write for sentences like this, that I ate chicken last night. Means there is no regulation there. With third person pronoun or with first person pronoun, we will just put another form of verb. We will always use second form of the verb. So there is only one point which you have to keep in mind, that whenever we want to make negative, so then we'll have to put here did instead of do, as we use in present simple. So I'll just write I'll just make negative like this, that I did not eat, means I just changed now ate to eat. Why? Because we cannot put two second form of the word in one sentence. That's why I just change ate into eat. I did not eat chicken last night. I did not eat chicken last night. So interrogative you can also make like this, that did you eat chicken last night? Question mark. There will be two possible answers. Yes, I ate. Now I just put here ate again, because there is no date. That's why I just put here second form of the word. No, I did not eat. Now again I put here eat. Why? Because I put here did. WH question what? did you eat? What did you eat? So I ate chicken. Whenever you want to mention here times, we can mention time like this, that I ate chicken last night. So this was a bit about past simple. Now we will discuss past progressive or past continued, that where we will use and how. So past progressive we use in a situation, or we use it for those actions or activities which start in the past and remain in progress for some time in the past. We can also use it for story background. Whenever we are talking about story or meat for its background, we can use past progressive. For example, the birds were singing and the sun was shining. So here we can also use past progressive. For overlapping action or for interrupted action, we can also use past progressive like this, that they were playing cricket when someone called me. Or simply can change the pronoun like we were playing cricket when someone called me. So now the action is interrupted or overlapped. So here we can also use past progressive. We got here two helping verb, was and were. So was we can use with I, he, she, it, and singular noun. Were we can put here with we, you, they, as well as with plural noun. Simply means I'll just not write here formally because I'm just running short of time, so I'll just write like this, that I was playing cricket. I was playing cricket. They were calling me. Whenever you want to make negative, again you'll have to put here not like this, that I was not playing cricket. I was not playing cricket. Interrogative, we can make like this, that were you playing cricket, what were you doing, like this we can make that. Now we'll discuss or we'll go through past perfect, where we can use and how we can use past perfect. It was a bit easy, that's why I didn't explain. So past perfect we use in a bit different situation, that we can use it for action finished before another action in the past, means like for interrupted action like this, that as we discussed in past progressive as well, that I had played cricket when someone called me. So now in this case, the action, the first one action completed first, then another action happened. So we can also use past perfect in a situation when one action completed before another. The second usage of past perfect is unreal things in the past, means we can also use call it imaginary situation or conditional class 3 like this, that if you had called me, I would have received. So this is unreal situation or unreal thing in the past. So we just got one helping verb, and that is had, which we can use with first person pronoun, second person pronoun, and third person pronoun. Formula is a bit means simple. subject plus had plus third form of the verb and then object like this, that I had played cricket. I had played cricket. We had taken lunch. So means in a situation we can use past perfect. So these are the simple sentences of past perfect. Whenever you want to make negative, just put here not after had like this, that I had not played cricket. For interrogative, you'll have to start sentence with had like this, that had you played cricket? You'll have to put here question mark. There will be two possible answers. Yes, I had played. No, I had not played. Simply can make WH question like this, that what had you played? What had you played? I had played cricket. I had played football. So after this change, we'll go through past perfect progressive, that where we'll use past perfect progressive and how we'll use past perfect progressive. So stay here. Past perfect progressive we use in a situation whenever we are talking about those actions which continue or remain continued for a specific time or for a long time or period in the past. So result at a time in the past like this, that the road was wet because it had been raining. So here means we got the result you can say at a time in the past. So in past perfect progressive we got a helping verb, and that is had been. Had been we use with he, she, it, I, we, you, they, me, first person pronoun, second person pronoun, and even third person pronoun. Like this, that I had been watching movies. I had been watching movies. Again, the same case if you want to make negatives, you just put here not after had. I had not been watching movies. Not been watching movies. If you want to make yes no questions like this, that had you been watching movies? So there will be two possible answers. Yes, I had been. No, I had not been. What had you been doing? So I had been watching movies. So now we'll discuss future, because future is a bit important as compared to this one. So now we'll go through future, that how where we will use future tense or how we can use future tense. So all these things we'll explain in future. Future simple we use in a situation about what we have intentions, or we can also use it for promise, offers, or request. For example, I'll help you with your homework. That you have friends or someone and the person is a bit confused, and you just promise or offer or just convince the person that I'll help you with your homework. So future we use for those actions or activities about what we have the intention to do, or we are not sure about that. So we can use it for promise, offer, and request. We can also use for intention and planning. For example, that I'll call you tonight. So I have just in my mind, I have the intention and I have planning that I'll call you tonight. Future we can also use for prediction, that the sun will rise at 7 a.m. I'm just predicting today that tomorrow the sun will rise at 7 a.m. So these are the three situations where we can use future simple. If you want to just make negative simple, you can make negative like this, that I will not call you tonight. I will not call you tonight. Yes, no questions will be in a simple way like this, that will you call me tonight? There will be two possible answers. Yes, I will. No, I will not. What will you do tonight? I will call you tonight. So future simple, this is a bit easy, that whenever you have the intention to do something in the upcoming time, or whenever you have made plannings, or whenever you have promised with someone. So in various situations we can use, or whenever you want to predict about weather, whenever you want to predict about someone. So in that case we use future simple. Future progressive is a bit changed as compared to future simple, that we use for those actions or activities which will start in the upcoming time and will continue for some time in future. Or we can also use it for overlapping action like this, that I'll be waiting when you will arrive. Means for interrupted action, we can also use that I'll be waiting when you will arrive. So tell your means the position, or means till that point I'll wait when you will come in person. And we can also use it future as a matter of course like this, that the teacher will be making rules later. So here we can also use the same case, that future progressive, that teacher will be making rules, but not right now, means a bit later. Here again we can put not after well whenever we want to make negative, like this, that I'll not be playing cricket. Will you be playing cricket means interrogative sentence. There will be two possible answers, that yes I will be, no I will not be. What will you be doing? I will be playing cricket. So future progressive or future continuous we use in a situation whenever we want to talk about actions or activities which will start in future and will remain continued for some time in future. Then after future continuous or future progressive, we have another tense, that is future perfect. So future perfect we use for those actions or activities which start in future and complete in a specific time in future. For example, like this, that action finished before a point in the future, like this, that I'll have finished my homework. Now I'm just thinking about the homework and I'm just making my mind that till what time I'll just complete this work. So I'm just predicting that I will have finished my work. Understanding? So whenever we want to make negative, simply you can make like this, that I'll not have finished my work. Will you have finished your work? This is interrogative. Yes I'll have, no I will not have. So WH question is simple, that what will you have finished? I'll have finished my homework, I'll have finished I'll have cleaned my room, I'll have just completed my course, I'll just have taken lunch. So we can use for those actions which will start and will complete in upcoming time. Then we'll just go through future perfect progressive. Future perfect progressive is one of the important tenses in future, and we can use it for means actions that which will start in upcoming time and will remain for a long time, a period like this, that how long to a point in the future, that in April he will have been teaching for 2 years, means just mean the person will have 2 years experience in April, so means till April. So in that case we can also use like this, that I'll have been making money. So those actions which will start in coming time and will remain continued for a specific time in future. So in that case we can also use future perfect like this, that I'll have been making money. Or if you want to make negative, so simply can make like this, that I will not have been making money. I will not have been making money. So means if you want to make interrogative, so we'll start sentence with well, that well you have been making money. Yes I'll have been, no I will have not been. If you want to make WH questions, so you can make like this, that what well you have been doing. So in that case we can also use, so means the helping word for this tense is well have been. So then we'll have to put here first form of the verb, then ing. And you can, if you want to put there far, so you can also put for a time period. So this is the video which we have, where we have discussed almost all tenses. I hope you have enjoyed. And if you have questions relevant to tenses, and if you have questions relevant to grammar, and if you want me to make a video relevant to a specific topic, so you can pass comments, and I'll just try my level best to explain all these tenses one by one, and I'll just make a separate videos for almost every tense, and then we'll just go through passive voice and then direct and indirect. So the grammar means whatever you need, I'll just explain, and here you'll be able to improve your spoken as well as your written English. So for that you have to watch every structure, and whenever you watch a structure, so you should just practice on daily basis, on regular basis, whatever you have learned. So you have just have to practice. If you just practice, you'll never ever forget that. And keep in mind all these tenses, I'll just explain, I'll make one video you can say relevant to every tense, so I'll upload that soon. So try to learn all these tenses and try to use them in your daily routine. Try to write every structure and try to practice on that, make various sentences, and improve your spoken and written English. Because without practice, you cannot learn all these things. So watch this video again and again and improve your grammar and learn the art how to use tenses, where to use tenses, and how to improve your written and spoken English. Thank you for watching. See you next time with a new lecture. Thank you.